Welcome back to Zackus. I'm so glad you joined me for another video. This one is going to be awesome. I'm telling you right now, if you're part of the Zackus Nation, if you're a subscriber, then you know that I've been on a mission to find a great robo vacuum and mop. And so you probably have watched my Roomba i7 versus i8 Plus, or maybe you've watched the Shark IQ. So now a year later, I've made that decision to do the Roomba i8 Plus upstairs, but I needed something downstairs that on my hardwood floors that would vacuum and mop. So with a ton of research, over a year of research and watching videos and reading and studying how all this works, I landed on two things. I landed on the Roborock S7 Plus, which is what this video is going to be about. And I've got a video coming about the new J7 Plus from Roomba with the M6 mop. The combo. They both ran pretty decent Black Friday specials, so I bought both. I'm gonna try them out. And I tried the Roborock first, and that's what this video is gonna be about. I'm gonna show you guys the unboxing. I'm gonna show you up close and personal. I'm gonna show you working. I'm gonna tell you what I like, what I don't like, and the good and the bad, and some things to watch out for, and some things you might not know. All in this video. Here we go. Okay guys, so I love technology and I love anything that helps me do things faster or smoother. I usually have a housekeeper come in and clean, but I've really been automating that process slowly over the last 2 years. And my Roomba i8 Plus upstairs, I love that it vacuums whenever I want. It does an amazing job. It's a year old now, and it's just killing it. I mean, I can have it vacuum just in front of my bed, so every night I come up, it just looks all clean and like a maid was there. And then once a week I have it do the whole upstairs, and it just does such a great job. The mapping is amazing, so be sure and check out that video. It's right below. But downstairs I needed a mop with the vacuuming, because most of my downstairs is hardwood floors with some rugs here and there, and I needed something that works. So I went out looking for that, and a lot of them are combos. You have the Evo Vac, you have the Roborock, you have a bunch of other things that will do vacuum and mopping. And that really interests me because, it's kind of a single thing, it's all tied together, and I thought, will this really work? After a lot of watching videos, like I said at the beginning, and reading and studying and thinking about everything, I landed on the Roborock S7 Plus. It just had the best of everybody I found that had tried it and tried other things. It had the best reviews for a combo. The downside was you cannot put any cleaning fluid in the mop. It has to be straight water. So yes, it's mopping, but it's not really cleaning. But I found a lot of people that still put light cleaning fluid in with the water, and over a year later, they've been fine with it. So I think you're good there if you just watch it and you don't put any harsh chemicals in it that can mess it up. The good thing about it is it does auto lift the mopping thing in the back, so it can go on carpet without getting it wet, which a lot of them will just run their wet mop over the carpet, and it's just not good. It also vibrates, so it's really, it's called sonic cleaning. It really kind of breaks up anything on the floor and really gets it clean. I let it run over my whole house twice, and I'm really impressed with how clean it really got everything. The downsides to it for me were two things. It does not have disposable pads. You have to buy these really nice cloth pads and wash them. That's not really ideal for my lifestyle. That may not be a big deal to you, but I like things that I can just dispose of them and put a new one on and keep moving. If that's not a big deal to you, great. The second thing was a pretty big deal breaker for me. It got stuck very easily. It would mop and vacuum my house, but in little places, like just my bathroom rug, which is not that high or anything, it would just get stuck. And twice it got stuck there, and it clearly wasn't stuck. There was nothing in the brush or anything, but it thought it was stuck, and it would, you know, send off the error. One thing I love about Roborock is it does speak to you like a robot voice. That Roomba doesn't have that. It will say cleaning or stuck or going back to home base or all that kind of stuff. It's an audible woman's voice, robotic voice that speaks out to you, kind of like Siri or something. So I thought that was kind of cool. But getting stuck twice in 2 different areas, and one area twice and then another area where it clearly wasn't stuck, there was nothing in its way, it could just back out or turn around or whatever, wasn't great. And it knocked over some stuff that it should have bumped up against them and just stopped, but it would just plow through it and knock over stuff. I didn't care for that. So just if you're watching this video and you don't want to watch the whole thing, I just wanted to get right into the ups and pros and stuff. The pro is it has an amazing app. It actually tracks the robot on the map, like almost like GPS or something. You can see where it is in your house, and as it moves, it animates and moves where it is. And it's just a really cool feature. I just really like that, because sometimes my Roomba has gotten stuck or just stopped for whatever reason, and I don't know where it is. I have to go find it in the upstairs. Only a couple times, but it was really stuck. Like there was stuff in it, or it was stuck. So that was the difference between that and the Roborock. Something else I really liked about the Roborock is it's just super solid. It has a ton of filters. It has a HEPA filter in the robot for vacuuming. Then in the dispense system, where it self-cleans itself out, it has 2 filters in there, a HEPA filter and then a normal filter. And then it also has a foam filter inside. I mean, it's just crazy. They're like really keeping you clean. And then they use a bag, which I personally like, which is why I chose Roomba over Shark. I know some of you like bagless. That's awesome. Whatever works for your lifestyle and stuff. I just personally like the bag because it contains all the dust and stuff. And when bagless, when you dump it out, it just kind of spews everywhere. If you've watched any studies and scientific studies on this, you may not even notice it, but it's really spewing a lot of particles out into the air, where the bag is keeping it contained. You pull it up, it seals, you throw it away, it's all like blah, blah, blah. So that's another feature I really like. It's a super heavy and solid vacuum. It's a really high quality vacuum, and it's really built really cool. I was really hoping it would work for me, because it's just an awesome idea that as it vacuums, it mops. So you don't, with Roomba, which I'll show you in that video, you have to do the vacuuming. It goes out and vacuums, and then it tells the M6 it's done vacuuming, and then the M6 goes out and mops. So you have this like lingering, like something that should take maybe an hour will take 2, or something that should take 3 hours takes 6. And with the Roborock, it all happens at once. As the vacuum's in the front, so it vacuums and then it mops, and it goes at it all pretty quickly. I think the downstairs took about 53 minutes total, and that's an office, my studio, library, kitchen, living room, breakfast area, dining room, and I guess you call it like an entryway, and then the hallway. So it was quite a big space. It would not go on my high pile carpet in the living room. It's a rug. That's a really nice thick rug. It wouldn't even go on it. Wouldn't even attempt it. In fact, in the mapping, it put it as like something, as a blocker or a border, like a wall or something there, which I guess was good. I was kind of hoping it would go on there and at least try to clean it. So we'll see what the Roomba does there and see how it does. But overall, it depends on your house. It depends on your setup. It's really got a great navigation system. It does work really good in the dark. I tried it, let it run at night, and I watched it go into pitch dark rooms, and it has a light on it. So it turns the light on, and it did great on all that. So I was really shocked when it got stuck in just simple things, simple places. But overall, I just feel like I need something that's really gonna do a great job vacuuming and then a great job mopping. So I opted not to keep the Roborock and sent it back under their 30-day warranty and guarantee. They shipped it back for free. No issue so far. It looks like it's going to be fine. I'm waiting on the refund, and I just carefully kept everything so it went all back in the box just like it came out. Now that we've gotten through kind of the summary, let's dig in a little bit for those of you who want to see more. I want to show you the unboxing because sometimes you just want to see it for yourself, like how it comes, what it looks like. So one thing I really liked about it is it's boxed really well, very well organized. It comes with an extra bag, and it comes with everything you need. The base, you have to pull it out. It has a clear bottom, which I thought was kind of cool that they're not trying to hide anything. It's a really great way for you to see if something's blocked. By the way, another downside for me is it did get, when it emptied out, I mean, it's only ran twice. And when it emptied out, a huge chunk of dust and stuff because of the design got stuck and didn't make it into the bag. So it was just sitting there exposed. When the vacuum's out, it's just sitting there exposed like this hunk of like crap. And so I was really disappointed that they designed it that way, because if you flip it over and look at the bottom, where the part is that extracts out of the robot into the bag has a thing right in the middle. And so as it's sucking, it's pulling stuff past that thing in the middle, and it's getting stuck there. Just should have had no obstructions at all. It should have been just wide open and pulled everything in. So I think that's a design flaw that hopefully they are aware of and they will fix in the S8 Plus or whatever the next version is going to be. It's not as loud as my 8 Plus, my iRobot Roomba, but I'm not really worried about the sound. I mean, it needs a strong engine. It needs to pull all that out, and on my iRobot, I don't ever see any clunks or anything stuck in there. So I don't know. That was kind of a downside for me. But the cool thing is it's very solid. So you pull the base out, the cleaning station where it's going to dock and where it's going to empty out. It's got a 60-day bag. And mine normally goes 90 days. So it depends on, how much it vacuums and how dirty the house is and stuff. But it's really cool because you don't have to worry about it. For 2 months, it just vacuums, once a week or twice a week or whatever you want. And it does it and goes back to the station. Oh no, I forgot. Another really downside for me was both times that it cleaned, it just stopped in the middle of the floor and said, "Done cleaning, thank you," and just sat there. It did not go back to the home base until I opened the app up and said, "Hey, go back to the docking station." That was a huge issue with me because my Roomba will always go back to the docking station, and if it runs down low on battery, it'll go back, charge up, and go back and finish cleaning. All that stuff is just very automated clean. So that was another downside for me. But anyways, you take the base out, is solid, and it is so solid that it's not like a normal thing that just clicks together like the Shark and the iRobot. They provide a screwdriver in the bottom of the base, and you just flip it up completely upside down, and the screws are already built in. They won't come out. I couldn't get them out. So that's a really, really crazy cool design. And you can look on there and you can see the little picture of a screwdriver, and then you know what screws to tighten. And you just take that little screwdriver. It just takes like 5 or 6 turns. You just want to get it kind of snug, all of them, so they don't fall apart. And then you just turn it back over, get your plug out. On the back, it has a place to wind your cord. So if you have a plug right behind it or something, you don't need the long cord. You can just wind it up in the back. Everything's nice, neat, clean, organized. Roomba and Shark have that too, so that's pretty standard on these high-end robot vacuums. Robot vacuums. I don't know if that's a tongue twister. But anyways, so you set it up, plug it in, and then what I do is I got the robot out. It came with the mop part separate, because I guess they want you to know how to put it on and stuff. The actual pad, not the mop part. But so you pull the pad out, you stick it in. If it's on, it will say mop attached. It's all audible voice control. And so I put that on. I took out the little container for the water. I filled it up halfway. I didn't want to fill it up max. Popped that back in there, and then I just turned it back over and I set it into the docking station, and it immediately turned green, and then it just starts, you know, charging, because it was about 50% out of the box, but you wanted to get a full charge, really solid, before you do anything. And then I just downloaded the app and followed the instructions on how to connect it. You hold both, there's 3 buttons on it. You hold the 2 on each side down for like a few seconds, and then it'll say ready to connect, and then you go into your Wi-Fi settings on your phone and you connect to the robot, and then you go back to the Roborock app, and it will recognize it and walk you through setting up your Wi-Fi, connecting all that in. It's a really, really slick app, really well designed, really cool, simple. I would say definitely equal with iRobot. Definitely just really easy to use, really cool. You can get to your maps really easy. You can put your zones in so that you can say, don't go here, go there, all that kind of stuff. Really, really, really good. I really loved just the quality, the heaviness of it. The wheels are solid. Even the spinner brush is all black, which I really liked, because most of them are white and just look cheapo. It just looks really, really solid. I was really excited about it, and I really wish it had just done everything it was supposed to. I probably would have kept it over anything else, but at last it just wasn't meant to be. So you've seen the unboxing, you've seen close-ups of the robot, of the docking station. I've shown you the HEPA filter in the vacuum and in the cleaning station, or the docking station. It has a ring HEPA filter and then a solid filter in the middle. So as it turns on, it sucks. That helps quiet it a little bit, and it also just helps nothing get out into the air that needs to. I'm really big on that. That's why I had a Mealy upright for a long, long time, because of their strong HEPA filters that just kept everything sealed. You can see how wet the floor is, but it dries really super fast. Again, you can put a little cleaning solution, like maybe something from Swifter or something like that that's very light. You don't want to put Clorox or any harsh chemicals in there. It will destroy your vacuum, and that is per Roborock. They express to put nothing in there, but I found a lot of people that put light cleaners in there because you just want your floor to be a little cleaner. That's what I loved about the Roomba iRobot M6. It actually sprays cleaning fluid and then mops it, and it's not just mopping the floor, it's cleaning the floor. And that's kind of, you know, a big deal to some people, so it's a really kind of up to you. The coolest thing about this though is, I mean, I grew up having to either hire someone or having to get out and mop, sweep my floor and vacuum it and then mop it. Now they have things that just do it for you. And you may be thinking, oh my goodness, I can't spend $700 or $1,000. But you're crazy not to, because they'll last at least 3 years. They're solid, high-end, high-quality built products, whether you go with the Roborock or with something like iRobot or something else. And then you have this thing that will just, once you set it up, once it maps everything out and you get it all set up in your app and you set your scheduling up, it's just gonna go vacuum and mop your house for you. I mean, it can even do it at night. It can do it while you're sleeping. It also has a setting to do it when you're away, so you can set up your phone as like a fence. They call it a geofence, and so when you leave, it'll know you left and it'll just start cleaning, and that way it doesn't clean while you're home. It's just crazy that we live in this day where you can actually just have something just go and clean. And depending on how dirty your floors are, you might want to check it once a week or twice a week to see if the pad is like dirty. Mine was pretty rough because I wanted to make sure it was dirty enough that I could see if it was, you know, cleaning well or not. And so after 2 runs, it was pretty black. But then you just pop that thing off, put a new one on. They're really cheap, so you can just buy them and throw them away if you wanted to. They're just not as cheap as the throwaways are for like the M6. I'm trying to think of anything else that you would want to know. Please comment below if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer those. I love talking to you guys. I know some of you are really excited about this, and I think for a lot of people it will work great. I just have so much stuff, like my studio here with all my lights and cords and cameras and stuff, and then my office is pretty crazy. But I was just really surprised it got stuck in the bathroom. I mean, literally, there's nothing around it. There's nothing in it. It was pretty crazy. Oh, the little spinner thing that spins around on all the vacuums to get like in the corners and stuff, it got a lot of crud in it. So something else I love about Roomba is it has 2 bars. And so it's really sucking stuff up, and those 2 bars actually make sure that it all goes in and doesn't get tangled or anything. So just having one little bar, you know, trying to be a vacuum and a mop could be a little troublesome for some of you who have a lot of pets, or you have a lot of traffic, or you have a bigger house that has a lot of stuff in it that needs to be cleaned. But if you have the money, try them. Order. They have great guarantees, great customer service. Roborock just in one day sent me a label, FedEx label, and boom, you know, it was just really, really easy to deal with them. So I would say, you know, go on Amazon or go on Roborock and Roomba's websites, try them out and see which one works best for you. I've got the brand new iRobot J7 Plus and the M6. They match. I bought the matching set, the black set with the silver. So I'm going to do a whole video on that, and then once I'm done with that video, I'm going to compare the two so you can get a definite easy comparison, because I haven't used the J7 yet. I want to use it, I want to use the M6, and I want to compare, you know, what the good and the bad are for both of them. So that video is coming as well. I've got all kinds of crazy cool videos coming, travel videos, things for men, natural products, anything that I find that's cool, that's what I do a video on. I love, love, love just telling you guys about the things I love and the things I hate. We've got a brand new series coming out next year called Buy It or Burn It. So I'm gonna burn some things that I don't like, because I wanna make it a little, you know, entertainment, and I just wanna have some fun with like burning things I don't like. So we're gonna do that. And of course, I'm going to tell you about the things I love, so you can check it out. All my links are always right below the video, down in the description area. It's right beside the subscribe button and the like button. Be sure and become a subscriber. If you're not one, become part of Zackus Nation. You'll get notified first when I put up great videos like this. And you just want to become part of the family. I go searching for cool things and I tell you about them. It's not like one thing, like only IT, only this. If I find it and I love it or I hate it, I'm going to tell you about it. That's what this channel is about. And you'll discover things you never even thought about or knew about, and you'll also get great honest review on things you do know about, because I'm not affiliated with anybody, I'm not paid by anybody. I buy this stuff myself and I tell you about it, so you get an honest opinion. And I try my hardest to give you all the details, but sometimes the videos get really long. So be sure and comment below if you have any questions that I didn't cover. I'd love to answer those for you. And I love seeing your beautiful faces. Thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And I will catch you in the next Zackus video. Peace.